Welcome to the award-winning Kung Fu Hot Dog, a channel that will rock your socks off.
Because yes, this is my third video today, ladies and gentlemen, still wearing the same Def Leppard t-shirt which I bought from Asda over a year and a half ago, and it still fits like a glove. Not a rubber glove because I've had enough experience of those recently, but I need to talk to you about Tides of Annihilation, a big banger of a Chinese video game that's coming out this year, and of course one of my loyal fans and subscribers on Twitter X. I don't know why I'm calling him a subscriber because I'm not even paying to use that service full time anyway, because I like to use Twitter in and out, if you know what I mean. But they tagged me on the post regarding this game. It was actually Furious Dan Gaming. That's the man, one of my good friends offline, who actually said, I think you might like this Kung Fu. And I tell you what, he wasn't half wrong. So before I do get into that, actually,
We interrupt this broadcast to bring this important insight from Michael Hunt. Just don't call him Mike.
esteemed scholar and theologian speaking right here, and I just want to say the Eclipse Glow Chinese Shenjingu game called Tides of Annihilation not only is the video game of 2025, but also the video game of the goddamn fucking century. And with assets like those, you can see why. I meant your assets, Gwendolyn, my queen of the scene.
Watch this space.
The next half hour.
He brings you.
I want to show you this article from Game Ranks, where they talk about Tides of Annihilation as the next big action game from China, but it might not be just another Soulsborne type of game. So a new action game was revealed in this week's State of Decay play, but like most of the games in that showcase, it's not a PlayStation exclusive. And this is probably the reason why my attention, I saw a brief glimpse of the trailer, which I'm going to give you a reaction to now, because I haven't actually watched it properly, and I just thought, oh, that's a really hot looking female, so let's see what's going on here. So a brief synopsis of Tides of Annihilation thus goes as, and this is by Gamatsu, who broke down the press release: when London suddenly becomes under siege, not Steven Seagal, by an outworld invasion, the only survivor, Gwendolyn, discovers a mysterious power to command the legendary Knights of the Round Table. This already sounds badass. Driven by vengeance and a desire to save her sister, she embarks on a journey to defeat the demigods of the outworld. When the fate of two worlds is in her hands, or her bosoms maybe, what will she choose? Maybe a smaller Wonder Bra? Just thinking, out aloud. So let's have a look at this trailer, because I think this would be apt. Look at that. 5,300 upvotes and a paltry, like chicken-like scores, this is why I use paltry, of 64 downvotes. Let's have a quick look at the trailer before we get into some actual gameplay, folks.
No one knows how that world came into being. It devoured everything from the past. Only
Ooh. Nice Dutch angle.
That was a
Wow. Holy shit. Eclipse Glow Games presents...
It's the aura of the Grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
Is that what I just saw? Is that the city skyline on top of a monster? Let me have a look. That's what it looks like to me.
Wishes come at a price.
To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
Look, actual gameplay. Oh, I say. I think I just noticed something there. Oh, wow. I tell you what, they're not afraid to show the underwear stuff off, are they? I mean, it's quite a natural progression. I mean, let me just see. Let's go through that. Yep, there you go. But it's tastefully done, actually, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. In fact, it's welcome. Kind of reminds me of Princess Panties from Battle of the Planets. I always love those opening titles for that very same reason. I'm already buying this game. I can tell you that much already. I'm already buying this. So it's got a bit of Stellar Blade-like combat.
Holy Grail. Blood. This is a feast only for the king.
Gwendolyn?
Yes, I'm listening. What would you like to say? I mean, holy shit. China, what are you doing to us? You're releasing amazing video games with amazing looking, shock horror, biological women. Let China take over the world. I don't care. At this stage, they're more than welcome to. I really don't care anymore.
This is your final warning.
So she's the baddie. Okay.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is...
I mean, it's got elements of Final Fantasy as well in it. I'm thinking of Final Fantasy 15. Wishlist now, you're damn right I will. That was an epic trailer. You saw gameplay, you saw cinematics, absolutely fantastic. But folks, that's not where just this video ends, because I've got more for you, you absolute silly willy dilly buffoons. Because IGN released about 3 hours ago, by the time you see this video, it's going to be more than that now, exclusive 11-minute footage gameplay. Shall we go over and watch it? I think we should.
Don't get too close to the set, it steams up the camera.
Gameplay footage captured using in-game engine. Oof. The very kind of opening scene I like, actually. I feel more like James Bond every single day. Look at this, really, really cool. Actually looks like a part of London. I know, this is very Stellar Blade, actually. If you remember the first part of that game where Eve was walking. Eclipse Glow Games. See if I can get the volume up here a little bit.
Is this a car? It's too small.
It's a baby carriage.
Ah, a baby. I'm so sorry for everything that's happened to you.
Okay. I'm liking the side boobage there. Gosh, this is great. Hey, you know what? When I'm looking at this scene, I'm thinking about The Last of Us, the very first game. Because now you have to, unfortunately, differentiate between that and its god-awful sequel. Yeah, this is very Stellar Blade-ish at the moment, even the way she jumps down. Oh, hello. A man who can't even allow a beautiful lady in a very lovely dress to walk around the neighborhood without being attacked. Oh, her power set looks awesome. Holy shit. This girl is not mucking around. What? Oh, shit. Again, Devil May Cry. This is fantastic, and I love that game. Well, when I say that game, I'm talking about number 5 and its predecessors, except for number 2, which is terrible. Oh, so I think that kid that accompanies her becomes the archer. That looked, yeah. The only thing that's taking me away from this a little bit is that it just reminds me a little bit of Stellar Blade at the moment in terms of its setting, but the actual gameplay and the character looks absolutely phenomenal. On first impressions alone, my score for this, 9 out of 10. The Scholar's Library.
The path is flooded.
Energy or powers. Here we go. Fog crystal activation.
Look, a path.
So I wonder if Korea and China game devs are actually working together to bring out these type of games. Because again, I'm saying this reminds me of Stellar Blade in a few instances, but I'm just wondering if there's a sportsman-like agreement about what type of games they're going to create. But again, with Chinese-developed video games, they make the women very beautiful, but just very sexy proportions, right? Whereas with South Korea, it's all about the exaggerated bosoms, which I absolutely love, and slightly smaller heads on their female creations, which is not a bad thing at all. Well, let's carry on, because I like what I'm seeing here a lot. Oh, I need to replay that again. Superhero landing with bosoms.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I have never wanted to visit the library so much in my life.
I warned you.
Oh,
Gwendolyn, did you come here just to get upset?
no, I just came here.
Damn it, Mordred.
That's up to you. Just here to read.
Game of the year. This is already a 10 out of 10. And an extra 10 out of 10 for those bosoms right there.
Are you?
I have more pressing matters.
Gwendolyn has quite the walk, hasn't she? The female swagger that I love.
Out of my way.
Like I said before, I've no interest in your throne. Possible.
Mordred. I like the fact they're using traditional medieval names just to evoke that sense of fantasy that we're so missing in video games these days, or in entertainment in general. I really do like that. I'm not sure this music is going to be copyrighted. I don't think it will be, but let me just have a quick look at this scene here. This looks rather interesting.
Well, I'm destined to have it.
Brunette versus blonde. I'm having a hard time deciding who I want to win.
But who the hell do you think you are?
God, these camera angles are amazing.
You're just a discarded pawn in this game.
Damn you!
I'm telling you, I'm making a prediction. This game is going to supersede Final Fantasy. People are going to be saying, Final who? This is... Wow, she's got multiple swords.
I'm Pendragon. No one can cast me aside, ever.
All I'm saying is there better be a collector's edition with statues, with swappable bosoms that you can attach anytime you want to. I want this has to be a collector's item. This has got to be Game of the Year, Steelbook Collection, T-shirts, art book, everything. I want it, and I want it now. Tides of Annihilation has absolutely blown me away in more ways than one. But what did you think, folks? Were you underwhelmed? Were you overwhelmed? Were you amused by my reactions? Even I had no idea what I was about to see in this 11-minute gameplay. So thank you, IGN, I suppose, for allowing us to see this. It's very, very promising, honestly. There are certain games you get fooled by because you think, oh, it can't be that good. I think China has actually found that fine line where you can bring in sexy and not get everybody riled up. I guarantee you, by the way, when this game is released, there are going to be the shills out there. There are going to be people who are going to be bemoaning the female character design. Oh my God, why they're so over the top sexy, even though I would say this is very tastefully done. And oh, where's the diversity? And oh, where is the diversity in a game set in this time period? Because I guess China and South Korea are more fascinated by those storytelling aspects of a fantasy game as opposed to what the modern audience apparently craves, because they're like me, they're more interested in telling a story from a period of history or mythology that really interests them. You don't have to bow down to any nonsense. Yeah, you can make your own alternate universe if you want to bring in diversity, but just from a guy who likes to play a normal game with people who I find absolutely unbelievably sexy beyond belief, and a race of women who I worship from here to high heaven, then I'm absolutely all for it. So if I were you folks, and yes, I was staring at Gwendolyn's boobies here on my screen, and if you were me, perhaps you should return, and you better, for the next video.
Tune in next time, friends, as the ghostly, glowing green glob of gunge wreaks havoc in the next episode of
Kung Fu Hot Dog.